Hey guys, I'm Maddie.
What's up guys, I'm Chase.
And today we're going to be talking to you about what the med school application looks like.
Let's get to it. As always, if you have a specific video or idea of a video that you want to see, drop a comment down below and we'll be sure to make a video on that. As well as, please like and subscribe, it really helps our channel out and tells us what kind of videos you guys like to watch.
So let's get into it. We just kind of wanted to create this video because we really didn't know what the application was gonna look like until we opened it up. Right now in 2021, it should be open, so make sure to go check that out because you'll be able to submit in early June. So definitely get working on that now, but we're just kind of gonna give you the rundown. So basically what it is it's super similar to the Common App that you guys use like coming into college. So the difference is that if you apply MD and DO, there's a Common App for both of them. So that kind of sucks, but that's pretty much like the most inconvenient thing, I would say.
So if you don't know, we've recommended this in other videos, so make sure you check out all the videos, obviously. We recommend applying to both MD and DO programs, so expect there to be two applications. Like, don't be the person who only applies to one. Like, shoot your shot on everything.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. So the first thing that the Common App's gonna ask you about is just all about you, like where you've gone to school, your hometown, your address, where you've lived, like all sorts of weird, super personal information that
you wouldn't understand why they need to know.
So then they ask you a bunch of questions, like Chase said, about your parents, where your parents went to school, what colleges they attended, what high schools they attended, all sorts of things like that. And then they get more into you. So this is kind of where it gets a little bit complex. You have to list out, like physically list out every single college class that you have ever taken.
The names of them and the grades.
So yes, you are going to submit a transcript, but yes, you also have to physically put in a grade that you get for each thing.
That's the worst part.
Yeah, we were told that multiple times and we were like, what are you talking about? And then we literally had to do it. It was super weird. I don't understand it. Like, why am I spending money to send you my transcript if I have to type it out anyways? But whatever.
So then once you type in every single class and every single grade, you also have to send them every transcript from every college or university you went to.
Yeah, like I ended up sending this transcript, but I attended a community college and all I took was yoga at that specific community college. So I debated not submitting it, but I got A's in both of my yoga classes, so it boosted my GPA. So I decided to submit it anyways.
Like free boost there.
Yeah.
So in addition to the grades, you're going to have a section based on the extracurricular activities that you did. This can be anywhere from the sports to the clubs to things that you did to volunteer. That's where you're gonna put all of that information.
Yeah, it could be even like singular community service activities.
Yeah, like you list it and then the people you've shadowed and how many hours you shadowed and what their specialty were. Things like that.
So you get about 150 characters for each of those. However, there are two that are like most meaningful experiences. So you get to pick two of your extracurricular activities for those and you get like 500 characters for each of those.
So tip on that, don't just restate your personal statement.
Your personal statement is going to include extracurriculars that you've done. So even though those may be the most meaningful ones, obviously they're meaningful. You included them in your personal statement. So pick like your next best choice, I guess.
You want your application to be unique all the way around. You don't want to say the same thing in one part and the same thing or slightly altered in another part.
Make sure you really like showcase everything about you because this is how you're gonna get an interview is based off of this. You can talk all you want once you get to the interview, but you have to get there first. So really make sure that you're selling yourself. They don't know who you are.
And for each of those like 150 or 500 word like essays, like mini essays, you want them to get a character trait from those. So show that you're a leader, show that you have initiative in something, like
empathetic.
Like use those that showcase your traits.
Yeah, you don't have to spell it out. You don't have to say like, I gained empathy from this experience.
Don't say that because then they're just going to be like, okay, these people don't know how to write.
Right. But definitely like explain the experience really in depth, or as in depth as you can with 150 or 500 characters.
But at the same time, don't draw it out. Don't make something that should be a paragraph into 3 paragraphs because you feel like you have to fill the void.
Yeah.
You got to remember these admissions committees are going through thousands of applications. So make it condensed and attractive. You know? And then another part of your application is going to be your personal statement. We have plenty of videos on that. You can see what we've done, see what we've written. Check those videos out, and that's another facet of the application.
Yeah. So, like we said at the very beginning of this video, the application opens in May. You can look at it, and like we recommend slowly just chipping away at it during the month of May because you can't actually submit until sometime in June.
Yeah.
Like the first couple, within the first week of June, you can hit submit, but you're allowed to be in the application adding stuff.
Yeah.
So
you want your application submitted the day it opens.
Yeah.
That sounds weird, but
we think it helped us. We think that was the key.
That's
for us
why we got so many interviews.
Yeah.
Because we turned it in beforehand. And we had friends who didn't turn theirs in until like December. Yeah. So, and they didn't get any interviews. And they got like
they were great
5.15s on their MCAT, 4.0s. But because they were in the bottom of the pile, no one looked at them.
Right. So once you hit submit on the day it opens, secondary applications will start rolling in as well. So we've written about that or talked about that in another video. Check it out. But just be prepared for secondaries to start rolling in.
And then get those turned in within 24 hours of getting those. And we have a video where I was walking around in a park or something. So watch that video.
Yeah. And then one last thing is just the cost a little bit. So because it's a common app, it's a little bit more cost effective. So you literally go in and like check mark each school you want to apply to, which is super easy. And the first school you apply to is like $100, and then every school after that's like 30.
Yeah.
So that makes it a little better.
Just apply to more schools.
Apply to more schools than you think you should.
Like there are schools where we're like, we don't fit the scores that we needed. I wish we would have just applied to
them. I mean, Chase got interviews at all sorts of schools that he really liked, and honestly probably didn't go to him because like we both weren't accepted there.
Yeah.
So.
But other than that, we wrote a book with a chapter written on the application process. The whole book is about the application process, but we have specific tips and tricks on that in that book. So check that out if you want.
It's in the description box down below.
If you want a deeper look in it. And then that's all we got. So thanks for watching.
That was good.